awfully nice, isn't it? The eggnog.
The eggnog is particularly fine this year. Is it homemade?
Oh, no. I got it from James at the bar.
James at the bar.
Yes. He does a very special eggnog.
I thought that this was the one I saw him preparing out the back. He certainly looked as though he was whisking hard.
Oh, well, he was doing something, but he's always surfaced with a smile, isn't he, James?
He serves you with a smile. Yes. He serves you with a flick of the wrist. Hello. Yes. He is a good, solid, salt of the earth, fine, spunky chap, and I would never hear a word against him.
Especially his eggnog. That's very salty for some reason, but I quite like it.
James is always ensuring that he provides a fine eggnog at the wintry time of the year, which has plenty of zing to it. Plenty of zing. Plenty of, what they always call it, milky goodness. It's there, yeah.
Well, I just like how it makes one feel, Christmassy.
It makes me feel warm inside.
It does. It gives one that sort of, remembering when you were a child at Christmas.
Do you have fond memories of your childhood at Christmas?
Oh, yes. I remember carols. Carols with our local boys.
Carol was always with the local boys. She was renowned for it. She was a dirty girl.
Yeah, it didn't matter. We did get dirty often because of,
You would with Carol, though.
The weather conditions.
Yes,
it did not matter whether it was rain, thunder, snow,
damp underfoot,
too much sunshine,
yes,
or knee-high in water.
Yes.
We would still be out.
This is how I remember Carol, damp and knee-deep.
Yes. Every night singing carols.
Yes.
For the local community.
She was indeed for the local community.
It was, yes, and it's very warm feeling.
Was this when we used to go to the vicar's midnight, he said mass?
Yes, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
We'd troop up the hill at 11:30 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her going up there just in my short trousers. Nothing else.
Yes.
I was 22 at the time. But he insisted, nevertheless. He said, this is short trousers because this is what the Lord would have wanted.
You must have been one of the top boys.
I was certainly right at the head.
Well, to be allowed the privilege of wearing shorts.
Yes.
When in my group, we had to be naked.
Well, yeah, I remember the little buttocks in front of me going up the hill, and you go, oh, there's Class B. Yes. And we'd watch them going up. Now, and we were allowed to hang back a little while until we heard the sound from us. Do you remember he used to release that dog?
Yes,
that
big
dog.
Big dog.
And he'd say, now, boys, if you want to be with the Spirit of the Lord, you must outrun the dog, for it doth say in Leviticus, I can't remember the chapter and verse, but if you recall in that particular book, he used to tell us that it was all about outrunning a big dog. And strangely, I've revisited that chapter of the good book, and I've never found a reference to running away from his dog. But he always used to say, run away from the dog. I never saw the dog.
I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
It was in there often. My worry was that the dog would catch up with me, and it would be in there. But I would run from this dog, and you'd hear in the background, you'd hear this woof, woof.
Yes.
You didn't hear a bark. You literally heard the words woof, woof. I'm not convinced it was a dog at the end of the day. But
it could have been Bob Carrigy.
It could have been.
With Spit the dog.
Did he?
No, Bob Carrigy and Spit the dog. He used to come to our parish.
So he'd spit the dog, and who was on the other end?
No. He was a puppeteer.
Yes.
He had his hand up the dog.
So he's spitting the dog from one end. Who's got the hand down the front of the dog? Is he got his hand up the back?
At the back.
He's got his hand up the back of a dog.
Yes.
So to spit it properly, who's got his hand, or whatever, these foreigners, probably one of them would have had something else there. But who had it in the dog's mouth is what I'm trying to ascertain here.
The more I think about it, Spit the dog is a rather strange name for a dog, isn't it?
Is it a name? I thought it was an act carried out on the beast.
Well, maybe it started that way. And it kind of stuck.
Oh, so he was all excited, and someone said, well, what are you doing there, Mr. Carroll Cheese? And he went, spit, spit. And they went, oh, is that the name of the dog? But in fact, he was just carried away and excited.
You can tell that he came from our parish.
You can tell that he came
from our parish.
Well, that as well, yes.